All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Run the ball after this.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Gotta go, gotta go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
There you go. You see it? You see it?
First carry now for Jordan Howard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Hines on the toss play. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky. Forced it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Ryan. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 22. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Get up! 21! Hey, wait. 11!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the field.
Let's go!
On 1st down, Ryan looking middle, and it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Let's go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready, back 25. Hey, gun. Right. Gun. 25.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Nyheim Hines, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Flashes another juke. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. On 2nd down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Trubisky. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here's Oliver. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Wait. 21. Right over there. Yeah.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Here's Oliver. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead air.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
11.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now it's Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, 18. Lock in.
Now it's Trubisky. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And here now come the Falcons. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hey, express!
Now Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Now Ryan. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Get up! Hey, wait. 20. Hey, express. Let go! Get out!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, and he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Hey, Tuesday. Gun. Let go!
Ryan. Buying time to his left. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
This defensively got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Gotta go. Red, up.
Trubisky with a give to Howard, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a toss play. It's Hines. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Red, up!
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Red, up! Move.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he coughed it up, and the Falcons grab it. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Get up!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Flushed out right, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this,
he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Ryan, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
being chased out left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's third down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Let's go.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They go with Howard again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
Again to Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They pitch out to Howard. He won't go down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.